What is up, everybody? The Red Dragon here, and we are taking a look at some Battlefield 3 footage. This was actually coming from a live stream that we did yesterday on Battlefield. Had a bunch of guys in from the UK, and I believe we are on a UK server, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, me being in America, it actually held up pretty well, so I'm impressed. Got my buddy, the old M249. I believe I only pick out this gun whenever I am on Operation Metro. Have you noticed that Operation Metro is one of those maps where it seems like you either have really good games on it or you have really bad games? And trust me, I've been on the opposite side of the coin, you know, both ways plenty of times. So I've been, you know, on the team that gets pushed back into the spawn, and I've also been the team pushing back on the spawn. Luckily, this game, we are part of that team pushing them back. You know, when you have a linear map, and we've talked about this before, you know, constantly staying on the aggressive side and keeping the enemy pushed back, we form this line, we try to keep them out, and keep on pushing forward. Like, we want to get A in this instance. I don't want to allow them to spawn at A because that means they're a lot closer to capture B or to sneak past C. So when you are the aggressor and you are a team and you're running together, stay aggressive, because if you don't and if you give up that aggressiveness, eventually somebody's going to sneak back to the back, they're going to get around you, and it can totally turn the game around really freaking quick. And trust me, I've done it a lot of times, and I've seen it done to me several times. And you know, you get on the team and everybody's doing really good and you're just totally mowing down the other team, and then all of a sudden you know, you look around and everybody starts doing their own thing and kind of lollygagging. And where did that word come from? Lollygagging. And I've heard that before a lot in the South, so that's why I use it. But I have no clue what that freaking word even means or where it originated from. So if anybody could clue me in on that, lollygagging. But anyway, people start lollygagging around or you know, goofing off, and next thing you know, you look down and it's like, holy crap, we're about to lose, or you have to work really hard in order to maintain your victory. I mean, now there are, again, whenever I talk and I give you these philosophies or thoughts or whatever, if you want to call them that, there are always going to be exceptions to every rule. And there are times where you're beating a team so bad, it doesn't make sense to keep on just egging it in or egging it on. That's another one of those weird terms. We in the South, we use a lot of terms, and I'll be talking to my buddies online who are from other parts of the country or another country altogether, and they'll be like, what the hell did you just say? So if you ever hear a term that you don't know what it means, just, you know, kind of whatever. But there are times where, you know, you don't want the other team to just all leave and rage quit, and then you have to wait on other people to come and join the room. So there are times where you can kind of lay off, I guess, if you're just totally dominating. But if you're in a situation where you don't have all three flags, you're not totally dominating. And so until you get to that point, I try not to ever give up, because there's been so many times where we just give up, or we don't necessarily give up, but you stop being aggressive and the game totally turns around on you. So if you like to win and you want to win, keep that aggressiveness up, and don't let up just because you have some bases. And just because you have a good lead or you're doing good, that's another thing. You know, you hear these people, if you're in the regular game chat, a lot of times somebody will be on the team and they'll be like, you know, 34-3, and then they'll be complaining that their team lost or whatever. But they might have been doing good as far as what it looks like on paper. They might have been getting a lot of kills or whatever, but in the end they were sucking because they weren't helping the team whatsoever, because they were off camped in some corner that didn't help the team whatsoever capture a base. Or, you know, they try to a lot of times try to say, oh, but, you know, that's all those people that are dead, and, you know, yeah, they take away tickets. But when you talk about 30 tickets, when you're talking about over 300 tickets, like in a game like such as this, it's really not that much. And, you know, capturing the bases, especially on Conquest, is really what drains those tickets really fast, and that's definitely what you want to do. So now we have broken through, and we're going to run around to the back here. I don't know what was wrong with this guy, but I felt like I was nailing him, and finally he goes down, but I almost had to use like all 200 bullets or whatever I have in this thing to in order to put him down, which is ridiculous. But you know, that guy did have a really good idea, because if he's able to get in a good position, he can wipe everybody out that's trying to get around here to the flank. The problem is never, whenever you're trying to set up in a position, and I mean, I still do it all the time, and it's something that, you just have to try to train yourself in order to do. But try to get into a position where you're close to a wall or something else, and that you're not just out there in the middle, because if you're out there in the middle, you're just such an easy target for anybody else who walks up. So like right here, I'm laying beside the car, and whenever other people are running around, try to think of it from what it looks like from their perspective. Whenever they're running around, they see those big objects, and so it's not as easy for them to see, another little piece sticking out like of your elbow or whatever. So you kind of blend in a lot better, and so just try to think about that, even when running. And again, you'll watch videos of me where I'm not doing what I say, but it's like do as I say, not as I do sometimes, because a lot of times I still get out in the middle and not paying attention or whatever. But if you try to make a habit of running alongside walls, getting in locations where you're crouched down beside different objects, whether it be cars or barriers, whatever, it's going to increase your odds of doing even better in the game. A target out in the middle of the road is as easy as it gets for somebody to take you out and to put you down. So it just makes more sense in order to try to get in a position where you can hide, pretty much. So what we're doing is we've got this right side locked down. Try not to spawn camp, because I don't like spawn camping. I know a lot of you people don't like spawn camping as well. And then I say that, and then I put the damn bipod up on the wall. Raleigh, hush!
Far corner.
What is... Raleigh, come here. I apologize for that. My dog, she only barks if it's like a bad time to bark. Otherwise, she's completely quiet throughout the rest of the day. But if I'm ever trying to do a commentary, or if I'm on the phone or something, that's when she wants to start barking. She probably saw something out in the window over there. But before I go any further, I do want to say that the other day I made a video, and I was talking a lot about how my time was kind of limited. I was kind of going there for a little bit, and you might have noticed that I've put up a few more videos since then, and time is getting a lot better. And I was telling you, my mom was going through pretty serious surgery, and turns out I just got a phone call a little bit earlier that she's coming home today. So she's been in therapy and stuff like that after the surgery. Everything went as smooth as it possibly could, and she was already up walking a little bit. She still needs a little help, and it's not 100% just yet, but hopefully we can get there, and it may take a while, but definitely things have gotten a lot easier. And I appreciate everybody who posted a comment and sent me a message about my mom and asking about her. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot, and I was just overwhelmed at the amount of people who took the time to do that. And still a lot of good people in this world, and so I appreciate it. Getting back to the game, so we have got the right side locked down, and this is just keeping them from flanking around. If we can keep the enemy from being able to flank this right side, that leaves the rest of our team to deal with the middle and the left side, and hopefully they can do that. So if you're running with a squad and you're not able to communicate with the rest of your team, just try to do something like that. Try to have an objective where it's like, okay, we're going to keep this on lockdown, and this is our job. And if you do it well, hopefully everybody else can make up for what's lacking, everywhere else. And a lot of times it does work out that way. Now, here's a perfect opportunity where we've got to push back, but notice on the map, they have been able to sneak all the way back to the base, and they captured our A. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're in a position like this. Now, they are so far behind, it would be almost impossible for them to come back. But I give them credit for, at least trying it. And they were able to sneak back. If you're going to get back there, don't go for B, because B is easy for us to run to and get to and probably be able to take you down before you're able to actually cap it. So if you're going to do that, you're going to sneak all the way back to the back, be sure you go for the furthest base, because that's usually where nobody is at, and you have plenty of time in order to take the flag down, even if you're by yourself, and then you're able to turn around and cap it. So anyway, we went over a lot of stuff in this video, lollygagging, egging on, all sorts of stuff. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be a part of any of the future live streams, if you want to get, and in some of these videos that I'm doing, be sure that you are checking out the links in the description box. Follow my Twitter. That is where I update every time I go live on Twitch or whatever. And so you get updates. I'll also update you every time I upload a video or find something that's really cool that I want to share with you. So follow my Twitter account. Next thing, be sure you check out the Twitch link. That's where you're going to get, you can follow me on Twitch so you can get updates every time I go live with a live stream, and we're playing Battlefield 3. The other night, we played all in the morning time, so we were playing with a lot of, I guess, European type people and players and stuff. We were playing from like 12 in the morning till 6 in the morning. But then just yesterday, we were playing in the afternoon, prime, American time to play. So I'm just playing whenever I want to play. So I don't really know when I'm going to have time to sit down and play. So I just kind of play it by ear. So that's why you need to be sure that you're just, following those accounts. And that way it's easy just to find me whenever I go live. And eventually, I'm sure you'll find it where you have some free time where you can join us. And I hope you do. And hopefully you can get on the same team as me. I don't like playing against people. I like to play with people. So anyway, that does it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. 16-3 M249 Operation Metro on Battlefield 3 Conquest. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it.